Hey everybody, I hope everybody's having a great Friday. It's a little bit cloudy and rainy as you can see from my taskbar down there. But I figured it was time to do another devlog. It's been a while since we've done the first one. I've been in and out of development with the game, just from we moved to a new location and all sorts of different things. So I'm finally getting to actually sit down and work on it. The game is in open test right now. You can actually get it on GameJolt, and you can get it on Android on the Play Store currently. Now, it is in open testing, so there will be bugs. Just a heads up. If you experience any, by all means, let us know. That's the whole purpose of open testing. It's going to break. So, and I'm sure we'll probably experience some breaks while I am showing you this devlog. So we'll get right into it. We'll go ahead and begin our adventure by beginning your adventure. Now, one thing I have done is there's a thing called guides. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to click all of these objects that are popping up on my screen. So that unlocks our TV head guide. That's the only way to unlock TV head. And otherwise, when you start up the game, you're going to have Captain Tatterflag as your guide. And they just, all of them have different sayings that pop up on the screen when you visit this home screen. So if I hit continue and then I hit the gear icon, it changes. So anytime I go back to this screen, he's going to have something different to say. This video game is basically D&D. I agree. So the thing about TV Head is my son, and that's his YouTube. And he came up with 10 sayings that I got him to write up for me, and I put them here. So anytime that you go and then come back, it's going to cycle through those 10 things that he wanted me to say. And each guide has 10 random sayings that will show up. And like I said, you'll have Captain Tatterflag in the beginning unless you're watching this, and then you can just go and unlock TV Head, and he can be your guide to start out with. But while we're here on the front screen, so I can turn the music off and on there, which was one of the things that we covered in the first one. But one of the big things about the new devlog here that we're doing is I have added more music and more sounds. So we're going to go ahead and leave that on for now. And once again, all the music that is in this game is made by TechnoAxe. He has a YouTube channel. I would go over there and check it out. If you need any royalty-free music, he will definitely help you out. He has all kinds of music, not just this 8-bit retro gaming sounding music, but all kinds of other ones. So, let's go ahead and click the goblet here, and this will bring you to the achievements page. Now, I'm still working on the achievements, and currently there's no way to unlock more achievements, but as you see in our game cabinet here, we do have our logo for Gamesmith Studios. So if I click it, it tells us what the achievement was for, and it's developed, and it's just a thank you for joining our beta. Now the thing about this achievement is, if you delete the game after we go into production, there's going to be no way to get this achievement. So only the strong will survive. If you uninstall the game, if you have to get a new phone or anything like that, you're going to have to move over the files if you want to hold on to this achievement. So we'll see who makes it, years from now with this achievement. So as we go back, as you see, there's another saying by TV Head. One of the things Logan says a lot is "gosh dang," and then he hates sticky keys because, of course, when he's flying around on Minecraft, it's getting turned on randomly. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and make a new game, just because if I hit continue here, you see this 0. That's because the character that I currently have here was created before the new updates. So I definitely I'm going to have to do a new game. All right. Let's see. I want to get a hunter. There were some updates to the combat based on profession. One of the things with the hunter, and I don't know if we'll get to it today, but you can tame giant creatures, and that's the only type that you can tame. And the giant creatures are the regular looking creatures. They're the ones that aren't flaming, that kind of thing. Alright, we got a hunter. That HP is terrible though. Oh, let's see if we can do something better. If not, man, all these hunters have terrible HP. This is just like D&D apparently. Oh, wait, real quick. So whenever I hit the new game and it went over and cleared out my game file, it seems like we have Captain Tatterflag over here as our guide now. So you can see he's got a saying there, and I brought that up because a lot of people like to mispronounce Captain Tatterflag. So I was just like, we'll have fun with that. But yeah, as you can see, that's Captain Tatterflag as your guide. Hunter. Oh, this is perfect. So we have 12 HP, 4 act. That'll be good for getting started. Bergelith became a hunter to avenge the murder of their parents. Very nice. And they are 18. So let's go ahead. Alright. So this is the travel screen that everybody's seen in the past. There's probably some missing icons here because I went ahead and removed the outpost and the cave icons just because we haven't gotten that set up yet, and I kind of wanted to go ahead and get everything else in test. But they will be coming back eventually because that's somewhat not like those are the raids per se. Well, not raids, the dungeons per se, and then later on we're going to have some in-game content. Now let's see, the mushrooms, I haven't got those turned on yet, but you'll be able to gather resources from the mushrooms. And the cattails, I haven't gotten those hooked up yet. I'm not going to click on the animal tracking or the bounties because right now we are too low level for those. Those definitely would beat us up, and I kind of want to hold on to this character for a little bit. Now the trees I have set up, and as you can see, attempting to gather materials, you find a Vesper worth of eggs, and your whoever your guide is will pop up and inform you of that. You can also get hurt, as you see. We were just stung by wasps. Right now, though, the HP isn't updating. If we go over to our character sheet, we can see it did in fact hurt us 1. And if we go back, it updates. So just something to note about that for now. We are working on that. So let's go ahead and click on another tree. We found a Vesper worth of fruit in that one. And then the rocks. We found a Vesper worth of edible insects. Let's see. Yeah, we don't want to do anything here. Let's keep going. We're just going to keep doing this. We found a Vesper worth of thatch. We lift the stone and found a Vesper. So I just want to do these for a little bit here so we can get some resources. So if we go back to our character sheet, as you see right here, it's adding up. These are resources that we can sell. They're not necessarily money, but when we sell them, that's how much money we'll get for it. Let's see, found mushrooms in that one, and then it went up to 8. So that's essentially what this is for. Some quick gold. That way we can hurry up and we just got attacked by a bandit. All right, so this right here is the class ability field, and this right here is the weapon field. We don't have any magic on this character yet, so this is blank. And we don't have any items on this character, so this is blank. And right here would be where the run button is now. But we can't run just based on how poorly we rolled. And I don't know if our agility is great. Agility is another thing that plays into if you're able to run or not. So let's go ahead and smack them. Smack them. Alright, we beat them. And we got 6 gold, 6 gold Vespers worth of materials. So if we go back to the character, boom. There's our 6 gold worth of materials. So we do have a shop here. Let's see if it's open. It's always closed, of course. Alright. So let's go to... Oh, we're going to have to rest because we're out of energy. Probably get attacked knowing us. We're good. Alright, keep going. Alright. And the puzzle. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a puzzle. We did this in the log 1, but let's just touch back on it. Ooh. Got 2 right. So I found that this is actually... Oh, there we go. Yeah, so this is a really good way to do this puzzle. Is to start from the top and work your way down. It doesn't work every time, but it is a good strategy that I found for this game, which is hilarious because I'm the one who kind of threw it together. Alright, and then if we go back to character, so as you can see on that puzzle, it said that it did something and we're not aware of what it did. You're more than welcome to rewind back to when we first looked at this character, and you'll probably see that one of these stats were lower and now they are 1 point higher. That's one of the things that can happen with the puzzles. It's just totally random. I think there's also an option for nothing happening, and also you can get money from those. So we'll just go ahead and click on a couple of trees while we're here because there's just so many trees here. Might as well. Let's hopefully we don't get stung by wasps or attacked by kittens. We're good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and sleep again because I really want to try to find a giant creature that we can try to tame so I can show you guys how that works. I haven't been successful in taming one yet, just because there's a number of factors that play into it, and it's not easy. So, alright, we're going to sell those materials that we had. Now we have 20 gold. If we go back up here, of course, all our materials are gone and converted over to gold. Can you imagine a 20-hour wait at a hospital? I'm sure during this pandemic it probably happened. Alright, so here you can see that we can actually run from this bandit. The run symbol's showing up, and let's go ahead. I don't think... Well, no, I won't because I don't want to break it just yet. So I don't think this is hooked up on the bandit side, but the class features are hooked up on the monster side. So I'll show you those once we get over there. And it should be noted, if you do experience any weird glitches, like you hit any hard stops that you just can't get past, if you close out the game and open it back up, it usually takes care of it. In some circumstances, you might have to delete your character and go back in, but hopefully that won't be the case. And like I said, we're working really hard to try to get rid of all the bugs that we can, so no luck there. Alright, so we got another bandit. Let's dispatch of him. How much money? We're up to 15. So I don't know if I covered it in the last video because I kind of wanted it to be a secret. But at the same time, I mean, if you're coming in here and watching these dev videos, that shows that you actually care. So I'm going to give you a nice little tidbit. The amount that shows up here in green is added into if a bandit will attack you or not. So there's a roll that happens to see if a bandit will attack you while traveling. This is added into that roll. So you want to try to sell often, or unless you want bandits to be attacking you. That works too. So it's totally up to you. Alright, let's do this puzzle real quick. We touched on this in the first devlog. There's nothing that's really changed about this. I don't know if I covered the fact that we do have the colorblind option on this one, just because it is difficult. Oh, there we go. I can't believe I actually did that. I don't know if I did that on the first devlog. I think I actually had to edit the video because of how long it took to get this. But as you see, if you click on the symbol in the middle, once they're all the same color, that's how you beat this puzzle. So something randomly happened. Just looking at this, I can't really tell. You're more than welcome to go back and see what it added to. It might have added to my strength, maybe. So let's rest again. See if we can get a giant creature to attack us. We might be able to find a store with, and as you see, because we have so many materials on us, we're getting bombarded. See, that 18's getting added to that roll. We're getting bombarded by bandits at the moment. So let's rest, see if we can get full HP. Still not getting attacked. Alright, so I don't, the taverns are the only places that sell the beast bait. So I don't see any taverns here. I also don't see any open. Yeah, well, all right. Let's sell our stuff because I don't want to keep dealing with bandit attacks. All right, resting. All right, travel once, rest once. All right, still nothing. Monsters are being very elusive right now. Man, I even upped the chance on monsters because I found that I wasn't getting attacked as much as I had hoped. So that's crazy. We're just not hitting any monsters. Of course, every shop is closed. I might have to work on changing the math behind that. So I'm one Vesper away from being able to get a poison orb. Guess that ain't happening. Alright. I'm gonna try to keep this video down to 20 minutes. Come on. You're gonna make me go into overtime. Oh, there's a tavern. None, of course it's closed. But we'll be adding more guides. Right now we just have TV Head and Captain Tatterflag, but there will be more. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys the so this hasn't really changed. This has always done this. Before it was text though, and it would just say, you know, use item power lore. But now we have a nice little image to show us that you've got a lore guide. As you see, you know, based on past stories from hunters that are compiled in your guide, you piece together the weakness of what this is a mythical centipede. So what a mythical centipede, you know, its weaknesses. So if I swing again. Oh man, this one's rough. Swing again. All right, it's down. And so if we don't get to it, here is where the taming icon will show up. once a creature is at quarter health or below, you'll have the option here. This lore book will change to a taming icon, and you can actually tame them. And what that does is eventually, like in your next battle, this icon will be your companion instead, the one that you had tamed, and it can attack, and it uses your act points. So you want to save those act points. If you're going to be resting, make sure you rest at maybe half act or something like that. But it gives you free attacks because while your companion is attacking, then you're not getting attacked, so it's all good. Another thing about that is that your companion does have a chance to die, so you might end up having to tame another. And I'll let you in on a little secret. If you have beast bait, it will increase your chances of being able to tame the creature. So just throwing that out there, because I don't think we're going to get to showing that today. And if not, I will try to do maybe a separate video where I just showcase that. And to leave off with, another thing that's changed is this one. You don't type in the word anymore. You actually get a word bank down here, which kind of made it easier. But at the same time, it's more user friendly. So if we look at the word up here, the way that these kind of puzzles work, you want to look for symbols that are the same. So these last two symbols are the same. So that's one thing. If we look down here, abyss ends with two of the same symbols. Spell ends with two of the same symbols, and I think that's the only two that do. So we know it's either spell or abyss. I know what it is just because I know this alphabet. I came up with this for another game, so but I'm going to pick the wrong option. And as you see, you have 3 chances to do this, and if you don't get it right, it starts to fade. But when you do get it right, it actually shows what the word was. And if we go back, now I'm pretty sure this was perception or intelligence. One of these here was 1 before, and now it's 2. So that's what the change was there. But yeah. I just want to say that I appreciate everybody who goes out and tries out the game. I know there's not much to it just yet, but it really helps us in development to push things along if you guys are finding these bugs as well as us finding the bugs. That way there's more, more time for us to get all that situated, be able to get that out of the way quickly so we can continue, because we follow a very agile way of development that we want to fail fast. We don't want to get all the way to production and find out we have issues, so we really want to test the crap out of this game. And as much as we keep adding and adding and adding, it's difficult for just me and like my son Logan. He's the only other person testing. It's hard for us to keep up testing constantly, even though we love playing the game. We like sitting around and just seeing the funny things that it comes up with randomly. But I really appreciate that. And I hope that you guys enjoy helping us out and enjoy the game. And eventually, we'll have a completed game, and that's going to be awesome. We have a lot of games that we want to develop after this one. I do have some ideas for some updates to this game once we get to production. One of the things that you'll see Captain Tatterflag say is that he hears the sea. Yeah, here. I hear the sea calling, and that's because the next update I want to do is ocean themed. You'll probably have like a ship that you're on, and you'll have various islands, maybe sections of water, and more nautical themed creatures and things like that. So, hopefully, assuming that this all works out, that'll be the next thing that we do as far as updates once we get to production. And then we have several other games that we're wanting to work on, but it all hinges on how well Guardians of the Motleyverse does. Just because, I mean, if we're not getting feedback that these are the kind of games that people want to play, and I understand it's a very niche market when you have games like Call of Duty and Overwatch, but the thing to bear in mind is those are AAA titles. Uh, this is made by me and a 10-year-old kid, so um, you know and these are the casual kind of games that you're going to play when you're just out and about and you can't really sit down and give thought to, a first person shooter or, MMO kind of thing. But regardless, I really hope that you guys enjoy it. And if not, by all means, tell us what we can change. If it's something that can be changed, we can't exactly make a 3D version of this because neither me nor my son are 3D designers. But again, I appreciate your time and I hope you enjoyed this little tidbit.